Hi, and welcome to my channel, Shades of Sage, where I share all things motherhood. My name is Hashima, I'm a doula and mama of 4, and today I'm going to be talking about what your baby needs during their 4th trimester. Now, in my previous video, I talked about the 4th trimester, but that was from mom's perspective. So for this video, today I'm going to talk about the things that your baby needs during their 4th trimester and what to expect from their point of view. So without further ado, let's get started. So for those of you who may be new to the term 4th trimester, it's basically marked by the period of postpartum, so that first 1 to 3 months postpartum. So from birth to the 3rd month of your baby's life. And basically the reason why this time period is so important is because your baby is now adjusting to life outside of the womb, which is a huge shock to their bodies. So during this time period, you kind of want to mimic the elements of the womb or the environment that the babies are used to. So I broke it down into 4 categories. So for the 4th trimester, the main things that are really important for baby is warmth, closeness, security, and frequent feeding. Those are the 4 main elements that they are used to inside of the womb. And so I'm going to go over some of the things that you can do to help your baby adjust with those now that they are on outside. So the first thing that I want to talk about is swaddling and swaying. So swaddling is going to help your baby feel nice and secure. So that's helping with that security factor that they have felt inside the womb. So it's going to help them to not feel as if they got to take up all of this space out here. And if you know anything about babies, you know that they startle really easily. That's called the startling reflex or the moral reflex, which they lose later on in life. But when they are newborns, that is one of their big reflexes. So swaddling does help them to kind of combat that and not to be startled as much, especially when they're trying to like fall asleep. And swaying is good also because when you were pregnant with your baby, you went about your daily activities, walking or working out or just whatever you did during your daily life that constantly kept your body in motion. So your baby is used to that. So swaying really helps because that kind of mimics the sensations that they're used to when they were inside the womb as well. And so swaddling and swaying at the same time will help rock your baby to sleep and lure your baby to sleep and help them again with that closeness that they need to feel with you and with that security factor. So another good thing to try during your baby's 4th trimester is skin to skin. Now skin to skin just has so many great benefits, and not just for mom, for dads too. So as often as you can, try to get skin to skin with your baby. So like taking your top off and just allowing your baby to lay on your bare chest, with them being bare as well, of course with a diaper on so they're not peeing and pooping all over you. And dads can do this, bare chest to bare chest with baby. It really helps the baby to feel, again, like we were talking about, feeling secure. It also helps with warmth, so you can put like a blanket, you know, over you and baby and just kind of cozy and cuddle up with that. And I also want to mention that breastfeeding is a form of skin to skin. So if you're breastfeeding, you're already ahead of the game. You're getting lots of skin to skin throughout the day when you and your baby nurse, but it's also a good idea, even if you are breastfeeding, to get bare skin to bare skin with your baby. It helps regulate their hormones, it helps regulate their emotions, it helps them to sleep better. It can help you with breastfeeding if you're struggling with not producing enough or any other struggles that you may be having with breastfeeding. Skin to skin is one of those things you can do to help with your breastfeeding journey as well. So I definitely highly recommend getting skin to skin with your baby whenever you can. So another kind of form or element of skin to skin, where it's not like you have to be, you know, bare chest to bare chest with your baby, is contact naps. Now contact naps is basically you holding your baby while your baby naps. It's not you sleeping with the baby, so not co-sleeping exactly, but just holding your baby, and you may be like on a couch watching a show or whatever, but you're awake but your baby is sleeping. And again, that is another way to be close with your baby, to bond with your baby, and to just give them that same sensation as being nestled like they were when they were inside. So another good way to help your baby adjust to life outside the womb is baby wearing. Now if you have seen any of my pictures, any of my posts here on YouTube or Facebook or Instagram, you know that I am a baby wearer. I love my wrap. I love my soft baby carrier. And there's so many benefits to baby wearing, but I don't want to speak too much on it on this video because I plan on doing a whole separate video on the benefits of baby wearing and different ways that you can do them. But basically, baby wearing is just strapping your baby to you so that you are able to be arms free. In the beginning, when babies are newborns, they want to be held almost constantly, and it helps you to keep your peace of mind or keep your sanity when baby just does not want to be put down. Just strap them to you. It's nice and easy, it's simple, and you can still go about your daily activities or your daily routine, and your baby is still getting what they need from you. So yes, baby wearing. I recommend the soft baby carriers when baby gets a little bit older and a little bit more and has a little bit more head and neck control. Then you can switch to a more structured or a hard baby carrier. but I love my baby carriers. And you can also use a sling as well. So I don't know if you've seen those. It's like the one that they're kind of like one shouldered, and you can use those. So they're good for walks. They're good when you just want to get outside and do something, or if you have like chores to do around the house, like vacuum cleaning or whatever, you can put your baby right in there, and your baby usually most times is lulled to sleep, and you can continue doing the things that you need to do. And you can also breastfeed while your baby wearing. So it really is a win-win. And if you are interested in seeing my video on baby wearing, just comment that down below and I will get that out as soon as I can. So another thing that can help your baby adjust to life outside the womb is bouncing / swinging. So however you want to go about this, I know some people really like their baby swings. So like the Mamaroo, if you are able to afford one of those are really nice because they have different settings on there. So it can go like side to side, it can go forward and back. I think it also has vibrations on it. I did have a Mamaroo with my first. She didn't like it, unfortunately, but I know some infants really do like it. So that's something that you can invest in. And you can just get one of those regular swings that you can find at Target or Walmart that you can put baby in to kind of help to settle them down. And swings are good because, again, babies are used to constant motion. While they were inside of your tummy, you know, you were moving around, you were going places and doing things, and they always had that motion to lull them to sleep. So now on the outside, you know, when we put them in a crib or a bassinet, that's just a set, steady place. And so it's kind of hard for them to adjust with just being in one of those, or, you know, sleeping in one of those. So anything that you can do to try to bridge that gap of them always being constantly moved and then, you know, not being moved around so much will definitely help and work in your favor. So swinging is nice, to buy a baby swing, or even if you're just holding your baby, rocking your baby gently like that, that's great as well. And another thing is bouncing. So if you're one of those mamas out there like me who like to bounce on the exercise ball while you were pregnant, that is something that your baby is used to. That is something that your baby may enjoy now that they're outside. So if you have your exercise ball still blown up, just get on it, you know, hold your baby however you're comfortable holding your baby and just bounce. I found that my baby really enjoyed that as well postpartum. So yes, if you're ever having like one of those evenings where baby is really hard to settle, or you've done everything else and you're like, what else can I do? Try those two things. They may work out for you. And again, that helps the baby with that constant motion that they're used to. It helps them feel secure and close to you as well. And so the last suggestion that I want to make for this video is a white noise machine. Now in utero, your baby is hearing sounds, but they're kind of muffled. And so the white noise machine kind of mimics that. It kind of mimics that muffled, just staticky sound, where it's not actual loud noise, it's just noises being muffled that they are used to from the inside. So a white noise machine is kind of just giving them that background noise that some babies may need to hear, especially as they're drifting off to sleep. I know with my first, she loved her white noise machine, and I had to have that going, I think pretty much for her whole first year of life. She could not sleep without it, and it helped to like just block out background sounds, and it helped calm her down enough to be able to fall asleep, especially when I was trying to get her to do it on her own. So a white noise machine, or if you have maybe a favorite lullaby that your baby may be used to, something that you may have played while your baby was in your stomach, you can try that as well. Some babies do really well with complete silence, like my baby now, like he's kind of waking up a little bit because I'm making this video and he's in here, but he does well with kind of like no noise. But some babies kind of need a little bit of noise. I'm not saying like loud blast music, because, you know, that may startle them, but some kind of noise, just something like maybe a fan, or you know, some of those baby toys that play lullabies, or, you know, just really soft music can help your baby to go to sleep as well. And again, with the noise, the reason why I mentioned this one is because while your baby was in your tummy, so from the moment that their ears developed until, you know, they were born, they were used to hearing noise, or they were used to some kind of sound, even if that was just you talking to your belly. So you kind of want to, again, mimic the things that they're used to kind of help them to adjust with life outside. One thing that really helps me personally, my 4th trimester, is co-sleeping. Now I know co-sleeping is not for everyone, and you can do your own research on this, and, you know, stick with what you're comfortable with. If you're not comfortable with co-sleeping, you know, definitely don't. I am working on a video for co-sleeping because I know that was requested of me, and I have co-slept with all of my babies. But the reason why I enjoy co-sleeping, or the reason why co-sleeping helps me, is because I exclusively breastfeed. So I like to have my baby around me 24/7 for that, and it's just easier for us to get back to sleep if we are co-sleeping. And co-sleeping again helps with that security that the babies need to feel, because you got to think, when they were inside you for 9 months, that contact was constant. There was no breaks in that, and they don't really know how to do life without you. So I feel like co-sleeping helps me and my baby adjust really well to them being outside, especially in that first 3 months. So like now I'm sleep training a little bit and having my baby sleep in his bassinet for nap time and like half of the night, but for the most part we still co-sleep, and I will co-sleep pretty much until he's about at least 6 months to a year. It just really depends on the child, and honestly on my comfort as well, you know, if I'm just like over it. But co-sleeping helps with all of these things. It helps with warmth, it helps with the closeness that babies need to feel, helps with security, and it definitely helps me and my baby with our breastfeeding relationship, because like I said, sometimes it's just the whole waking baby up, feeding them, and then putting them back down on their own. Sometimes they really struggle with that, or it takes more time to put them back to sleep and for them to settle back to sleep on their own. But for me, when I'm co-sleeping, feed baby, and as soon as baby's done eating, I can go back to sleep as well. So it doesn't take as long, and I get the most amount of sleep when we are co-sleeping. So these are some tips. These are the things that you can try to help you and your baby adjust now that you are postpartum. Like I said, this video is from your baby's point of view, so the things that they need to help them with that adjustment outside of the womb now. And you know, it can be very traumatic for them. It's really, really loud out here. One of the first lights they see is a really bright light. Whether you're in a C-section or whether you're having a vaginal birth, that light is there, you know? So that's really bright. They're not used to that. And then again, depending on how you parent and how you sleep and, you know, how you feel about certain things, or whether you go back to work or whatever the case may be for your specific situation, your baby has to get used to not being as close to you, or not being around you as often, or not smelling you all the time. And so those can be some big things for your baby. So these tips hopefully will help your baby to adjust and will help you to adjust. If you need some more tips on the things that you're going through as mom, or the things to expect during your 4th trimester, again, check out my previous video that I made on this topic, and share with me in the comments. Share with me what you think your baby needs most at this time, or what are some things that you have tried that really, really helped your baby to cope with life outside the womb, or what are some things that maybe did not work for you. For me personally, swaddling doesn't really work for my children. They're not fans of it. They just really didn't like it, and I have tried with all of them. I've tried different kinds of swaddles. I tried the halo swaddle. I tried, you know, just regular blankets, and you know, they're just really not a fan of it. But for some other parents, or for you, your baby may totally love it. So share with me down in the comments. I love to get a discussion going on this channel, so it's not just me talking, it's me learning things also as well. And that's all that I have for today's video. I hope that you enjoyed it, and if you like this video, give me a great big thumbs up. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. We are so close to 1,000 subscribers, and I'm so excited. I do plan on doing a giveaway, and for those of you who have been tuning into my lives on Fridays at 9 o'clock, I really do appreciate that, and I am having so much fun with that. So if you haven't already, don't forget to stop by at 9 o'clock this Friday to check out my new topic, my new live topic. Remember to let your story be your power, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!